Hey all, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to see about execution timeout parameter in Airflow. So let's begin. In Apache Airflow, the execution timeout parameter determines the maximum amount of time a task is allowed to run before being marked as fail. So it is useful for preventing tasks from running indefinitely, especially in the cases when the task might get hung or is stuck. So this parameter can be set either globally for all the tasks in airflow.configuration file or in the default arguments while defining the DAG, or can be set individually for each task with execution timeout parameter in the task definition. So when the task exceeds the specified execution timeout, Airflow will mark it as failed and take the appropriate action based upon the configured behavior for task failure. So let's see from a example. So this is our Airflow UI where I've created a DAG with name demo execution timeout, and let's see the code. So what I have done, I've imported the necessary libraries, created a default arguments with owner as Airflow, start date, retries, retry delay, and execution timeout. So this is the parameter which we are talking about. So I've created a DAG and set the schedule interval as none and catch up as false. So I've created a simple start task with bash operator and passed the command sleep of 5 seconds. Similarly, I've created the end task with same configuration. So let's run our DAG and let's see what happens basically. So as per the execution timeout, both the task start task and end task is allowed to run only up to 10 seconds of each. If the running of task is beyond 10 seconds, that particular task will get failed. So as you can see, this execution timeout by default is less than 10 seconds for each of the tasks. That's why these two tasks got successful. Now let's update the code. Now let's do one thing. Let's change and make the sleep to 15 seconds. Now let's see if our code is being updated. Okay, now our code is updated and let's run our code. So now ideally the end task being defined here should fail. So let's see if this happens or not. So you can see this start task or you can say the bash 1 task is executed successfully, and now bash 2 task is being run. So here you can see the end task has failed. If we go to the logs, of this task, here you can see a term signal has been raised up because we have defined the execution timeout to 10 seconds and this task ran beyond 10 seconds. So a term signal is being turned up to fail this task. So in this video, we have seen how we can set up execution timeout for each task in a DAG. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned.